So I've been procrastinating today and played around a bunch with my studio, worked on my studio setup here so I can do things now like, Alexa, turn on the studio lights.
Okay.
And it works. But seriously, my studio lights are really just lights from IKEA. They're nothing really all that fancy or interesting. Now we got to get to work and let's finish up this app release and get it out to you. I'd really like to add a dark mode for all those iPhone 10 users out there. I've already made a dark mode icon, but we need to add the settings to turn that on. We need to actually put the colors into the theme so that when you turn on the theme, like you actually see dark colors. And because I made the special icon, obviously I want to make it so you can select the icons. I have this sepia icon I've been using internally just to differentiate like my development builds with like the real App Store build for a long time now, and I want to make that an option of an icon, and then a black and white icon to go with sort of the dark mode black and white look. So yeah, let's build that. I think it'll look really cool. We also have some improvements to the swipe stuff I was working on in the past episodes, like I need to make sure it works okay on older phones. I have an old 5S that I'll test it on. And then I need to add that to the tutorial, and I need to add like the haptic feedback we talked about for flipping. And then I also have a few bugs I need to fix, actually just that one rotation issue. And yeah, then I need to update the feature page to show that you get themes and dark mode as part of upgrading the best features inside the app. So let's get to work. Okay, I think I've solved it now. Let's give this a shot and see. Hey, look at that. We actually have a dark mode now. And then you can go in here. Let me go ahead and go to the settings. Ooh, that looks terrible. So now I need to make sure that everything in the light mode or just like the normal mode is not broken. And then I need to add in settings a way to change between them and select your app icon and stuff like that. So that's next up. But first, I think I need a break for some espresso. I so needed some espresso and basically just some caffeine. So let's go in there and get back to work. So now that we've determined the colors we're going to use and added them to the theme, now we just need to make the settings pane. There's this bug that I just cannot solve, and I don't think it's worth my time to finish solving it. Is when you change the theme here and you select the cell, it like keeps black around the cell there. Or what, you know, it's basically just whatever the last theme was, it puts it as the background. I think I'm going to just go ahead and just pop back to the last view controller over here, and I think that'll be enough. Over the past little while, I've polished up a bunch of that code around changing themes so that that's a lot easier now. So if I do this and I want to change the theme, then it'll go ahead and change it. And I also polished up how that looks on the iPad so that like this, you can actually see this as a popover, and that makes sense. And then, you know, if I go up here, this still works okay. And then I also have this little thing to show which icon you're using, but I still need to make it so that you could tap on one of these and actually change the icon, because that does nothing right now. So the tap to change is totally false. But yeah, so that should do it for now. Right now I need to go feed the cats and get some dinner, and I will be back soon. So it's the next morning now. It's Sunday. Need that coffee. And I finished everything last night on the swipe feature and also dark mode, and I finally figured out how to get the icons changed, and I fixed a bunch of bugs, and yeah, why don't I show you what I've done. Then if I go in here, I can change the app icon and change it to the dark mode icon, and then the little pointer goes over to the other icon, and then I can change it back to the normal theme if I want. All that works. I also made the icons bigger here on the swipe feature, just because I think it looks a little nicer and it's more clear. Also, you can't feel this in the video, but there's the haptic feedback to like tap the phone when you slide there, so that's good. I also had to do a little bit of extra work to fix some bugs with, if we go down here to live photos, some of the live photos for swiping and stuff, getting those previews to work, I had to do a little bit of extra work, but it's all good now. No issues. Now let's go over to things and see what else we have left to do. So swipe improvements, I did test it on my old iPhone 5S. It works fine. I don't really think I need to add a swipe option in the tutorial, so I'm just gonna get rid of this because people learn how to use that standard control. Maybe I'll add it later if I don't see people using it in the app, but nobody reads a tutorial, and those who do probably want it to be as short as possible and probably as simple as possible, because those who are using their tutorial probably want to just understand, tell me one way to do something, and not, oh, there are 3 different ways to delete a photo between hotkeys, swiping, or the standard controls. Like, just show them the standard controls, get them started, and they can figure out swiping later. That's my thought. So with that rationalization away from doing more work, I am done with swipe improvements, so that's good. Now, let's look at bugs. I fixed a bunch of bugs. The iPhone 10 rotation issue, nobody uses their iPhone 10 in landscape. I'm sorry, no one does this. So it's just like, I just made sure that the iPhone 10 doesn't auto rotate. I still support it on the plus size phones, and I still support it on the iPad. I found like a bug or two with the iPad using split view that I'll fix in a future update, but I don't think it's worth holding up this release for those. So yeah, now I need to take my screenshots and update my app description. All right, so it's about 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, just finished church and lunch, and let's get together and ship this thing. Any day now, iTunes Connect. Any day now. So there's this App Store promotional artwork you can do for upgrades, and you can give it a little badge that they'll use for selling it in the App Store. So what I'd really like to do is go ahead and quickly design one of those based off of the app icon, but give it like some gold color. So let's do that. Okay, so now we have our icon uploaded, and we've updated the description, so that'll be a way better experience for someone buying this. Hopefully they feel more like they're getting a premium product. So that'll be nice. Now, saving that, any day now, iTunes Connect. Wait, did I make a typo on that? Let me double check that. I need to make sure I didn't make a typo. Good, I remembered the T. Okay, so let's go over to things and double check. We're done with development stuff for this release. We updated the app description, we updated the new 7+ screenshots, and we added the new app previews. So yeah, what's new in this version? I forgot that. Well, now you can easily swipe images to mark them to delete or favorite. If you purchase the best features, you can also use a dark mode theme and select an alternate icon. Yeah, sounds good enough to me. Okay, let's submit this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's loading. 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 Any day now, iTunes. Any day now. Yes, I use an IDFA to serve advertisements in my app. I agree to this. I'm not snooping on anybody. Okay, any day now. And yes, the app is now waiting for review. When it gets approved, we'll go ahead and launch it. Pretty exciting stuff. Yes, so we submitted version 1.4 to the App Store. This is the best feeling ever to ship software, to be done with a project, and I'm so glad that I've been able to share it with you guys as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you missed the past 2 episodes leading up to this where we've been working on features for this big release, feel free to check those out. They'll be linked in the description and at the end of this video. Subscribe if you want to see more content. Leave a thumbs up if you like this video. I'd love to hear comments of feedback down below, letting me know what kinds of things you'd like to see. I have some really great product reviews in the works, as well as, of course, some more of these DevLogs as we continue to make more features and maybe even some more apps. So thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.